Very short, very simple, very to the point. But this gives you the strategy and the know-how and the prompt of exactly how to use AI to pull out your client's voice. Today, we're going to talk about hacking the personality of your perfect prospects using AI. Yes, some chat GPTs coming into today. I'm really excited about this because I think when we get this right and we're able to use the filter that I'm going to share with you in a second, the level of how you speak with your clients, like all of the barriers are dropped. Right. So it'd be imagine like speaking with your best friend and you know how your best friend speaks and how they act and how they talk and the words that they typically say. If you approach your best friend and you speak in that same type of dialect, they're going to love you, right? Pretty simple, pretty easy. But if you come at them from out of a personality or a different modality or something like that, then there's these barriers that you have to kind of navigate through the conversation. And so today we're going to talk about how to hack the personality. And so this epiphany came to me about 2 weeks ago. I was building a pipeline for one of our clients, and I was trying to, like when I build a pipeline, I always try to get into the filters of the person. I try to put myself in their shoes and I think through like their business and who they're trying to target. And more so than that, I go past their business and I try to think about their clients. And so as I was going through this pipeline, building this thing out for her, I went to her purchased column in her pipeline and I started looking at all of these profiles. And what I found was every single one of them happened to be a middle-aged woman with blonde hair, middle-aged woman with blonde hair, business owner, middle-aged woman, blonde hair, leader. Like, and it would just, it clicked to me. I was like, oh my God, like all these people talk in a similar fashion. And so then I went to the profile of the person I was building the pipeline for, and I looked at some of her copy. And then I went and I dissected like 20 of her clients. I went through all of their copy and I was like, oh, there's a lot of similarities here. And my epiphany was like, what if I had a way to where I could extrapolate the way that her clients talked, right? What if I could go into her clients and I could pull out the way they talk and I could reverse engineer all of the messaging from my pipeline in that filtered system, in personality, in modality, visual, kinesthetic, auditory, visual, and I thought to myself, like, that's a really, really great idea. And so as a test, the first thing I did, because I was in the flow, in the moment, I have this magic GPT prompt that I'm going to share with you in a second. And so I took the prompt and I found some of their clients' copy, what they had written, bio, personality, like a blog article. And I compared that against my prompt and it pulled out a writing style. And that writing style, then I turned around and I said, write a 2-sentence Facebook intro message in this writing style for this person. And it popped out the most cherry perfect message. And I took that message and I built the whole pipeline one step at a time all the way through. And I sent it over to this client. And she came back the next day and she said, Sean, this is the best written pipeline, the best, easiest language. My clients are going to love it 100%. I can't wait to use it. And so I was like, great. Now she's testing it right now. I haven't seen the full results. But then I went and I did it for ourselves, right? Because I always like to test stuff on ourselves before I do it for anybody else. And here's what happened. When I did this for our pipelines, I got a 4x better engagement result. So if you want a 4x better engagement on your pipelines, raise your hand. Like that's the thing, right? So it's like we went from a 5% initial engagement rate on one of the pipelines we were running to a 20% initial engagement rate in the first week. And it continues to continue and get better and better and better, right? So now that you know kind of what we're trying to accomplish today, the goal is to pull out your perfect client's voice and then create messaging in that voice. That's what we're accomplishing today. So there's 5 steps we're going to go through: identifying them, getting a sample, defining it with the prompt, building it in your pipeline, and then starting to DM. That's very simple. So let's start with identifying. How do we do it? First thing you need to do is identify your perfect dream client. Now, in our case, Ryan is one of our perfect dream clients, right? She's a thought leader. She's a woman. This is not the pipeline that I was building, by the way, different. I've known her for a lot of years, and she's a white label user of FlowChat and crushes it, right? And I would love to have 10,000 more Ryans in our business. So I was like, okay, she's the perfect fit for what we want. So what I did is then next step is I went to her page and I found a sample of her writing. Now, in this case, I found it from a post, right? So here's a post that I used, and the sample must be 100 words or more. And you can grab it from a post. You can get it from a blog article that they write. It can be from any articles that they may have posted or even their bio, right? But again, at least 100 words or more. The longer, the better. And then what you do is you take that sample and we put it against or put it into ChatGPT to define that writing voice. So this right here is the magic prompt. And what I'm going to do is drop it in the chat so you guys all have it. Please copy that and save it somewhere very safely, because I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, you don't need to know why it says what it says or how it does, but what it actually does for you. So what you do is you first type, you go open ChatGPT. I prefer ChatGPT 4, okay? And then you take the prompt that I just dropped in the chat and you post it in ChatGPT. And then in the quotations behind it for the sample, you drop the writing sample, okay? And then once you do that, the next thing that happens is ChatGPT says it diagnoses, it goes through, and it starts kicking out the exact writing style of your perfect client. Gives you their vocabulary, their tone, the grammar, the rhetorical devices they use, the content patterns, the values, the pacing, everything else that you need to be able to speak in your perfect client's voice. And once you have this, it's very, very simple to go from this to the next step. So what do you do from here? Now we're going to go build messaging in that particular style, in that particular voice. And so here's what it looks like. Create a 3 to 4 sentence, very casual and friendly Facebook direct message that invites the content creator agency, this is our avatar, owner, into our Facebook group. Don't include the group link, but share the group, what it's about. There's 3 things that it's about. And again, you can take a picture of this and copy that first piece. And then you just say, use the following voice. And then you drop what GPT spit out to you. Okay. So you just say what you want, do it in this voice, and then you hit go. And the result is it kicks out an awesome new template in that person's voice. Really fantastic. And we can do this live with you guys to show you exactly how. It's so easy to do. And once you do this a couple of times, you might have to adjust some of the stuff that comes out from GPT, hit the regenerate button or change the wording. But basically it came out with something like this. Hey, caught wind of your content creator mojo, dang impressive first name. Ever thought about diving deep into an advanced chat closing tactics, mingling with other hungry entrepreneurs, or wanting to stay on point with the freshest industry shifts? Those 3 things are interesting to a lot of the people that we serve. Hey, we got a Facebook group that's what that's all about. It's up your alley. Shoot me a DM. I'd like you to join. Let's make magic. Catch you soon. And so we started testing a message like this, not this one particularly, but we started testing one similar to this. And again, 4x response rate immediately, super, super fast, right? And then all you have to do is start doing the work and getting the results. And that's it. Very short, very simple, very to the point, but this gives you the strategy and the know-how and the prompt of exactly how to use AI to pull out your client's voice.